I'm back off holiday. So after spending 10 days in Turkey and drinking copious amounts of beer, we are now back with another video, slightly different this time because E3 is right around the corner. It's kind of like having a second Christmas, where I get to look at everything that I really want to buy, right in time for Christmas. So yeah, let's have a look and see what we've got going on at E3 this year. So for starters, it doesn't look like we've got a Sony appearing, and reasons for this are slightly vague. Something to do with that Sony, the company, don't actually feel as though a June kind of like trade show is keeping up with the modern sort of times, and it's not really suiting them at this time. So we aren't actually going to be seeing any Sony at E3, which is a bit of a disappointment. But there are now rumours flying around that we're probably going to be seeing something more of The Last of Us 2, because I imagine Sony kind of want to keep their presence felt. It's kind of like their way of saying, hi, yeah, don't forget about us guys, we're still here. Kind of like a celebrity winning an award but not being there to accept it, and then just like, yeah, that kind of situation. The Last of Us 2 is probably going to be one of the biggest PlayStation releases in absolutely years. So it does kind of make sense if Sony were to release something along with Naughty Dog around the time of E3, just to kind of keep them in touch and distance, I suppose, with competitors. But yeah, we'll soon see. With Sony missing, we're going to be expecting a decent show from Google, who'll be coming and showing off the Stadia, which is their own console. We've seen some little details about it in the past, hoping to get a little bit more likelihood looking towards what kind of games we're going to be seeing, the price range, and maybe some information on launch as well, so I'm keeping my eyes open for that one. So again, an E3 that doesn't have Sony, you would imagine Microsoft are going to try and take full advantage of that. I don't think we're going to be seeing much in the hardware department. I think more than likely we're going to end up seeing quite a bit to do with xCloud, the streaming service that Microsoft are looking to provide. I imagine that's kind of going to get a push, especially with Google being there, kind of showing off the Stadia. I imagine Microsoft are probably going to want to look towards the streaming kind of services rather than flashing off all new hardware, unless they might want to, you know, kind of show off a new shiny VR headset, which has been doing the rounds as well. Other than that, I can't really see us getting any more information on a brand new Xbox, people. It'd be nice, and I'd like it, but I just can't see it happening somehow. As far as games go for Microsoft, this is probably going to be a big E3 for them. Microsoft have confirmed that they are going to have 14 first-party titles, which is actually their largest amount of titles at E3 ever. And I don't really know where to begin. So for starters, we've got Gears 5. We're going to have our first glimpse of Gears back at E3 2018 with the announcement trailer. So I'm expecting this year we're going to get some gameplay footage, and I would imagine, seeing as though we're at this kind of point of the year, we should be getting some sort of release date. And from what I understand, I think they're aiming for around about a September time drop, so we'll keep our eyes out for that one. Next up is Halo Infinite. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. So for anybody who knows me, I am a big Halo fan, and the minute that this got announced last year's E3, I pretty much lost my shit. Definitely always been a big Halo fan, so this is probably going to be one of the biggest games for me at E3, and I'm really hoping we get some gameplay, a release date. I just want as much of this game as I can possibly get, if I'm perfectly honest with you. In fact, just take the whole 2 hours. 2 hours, Microsoft. 2 hours dedicated to Halo Infinite, please. Thank you. I will be happy with that. As far as rumours go, for the release date of Halo Infinite, I'm certain people have been talking around about a November release time. So I've got a bit to wait, but I can handle that. Get ready for the next one. Fable 4. Yes, I said Fable 4. So at this point, everything is kind of in speculation whether we're going to get a Fable 4 announcement trailer or anything like that that's going to drop at E3 this year. To be honest, while it isn't a confirmed game at this year's E3, I think Microsoft will be absolutely crazy not to drop some sort of details, an announcement, a trailer, just anything at this stage. There's been a few leaks over these past few weeks where they're kind of talking about the gameplay on Fable 4 and what the story might be going down, and from what people are saying, I've heard there's been some crazy stuff come out. Whether it's true or not, I'm not too sure. Apparently Albion is gone, something to do with an asteroid, there's a portal to another planet, and they're removing guns. Make of that what you will. I guess we'll just have to wait for that one. On top of that, we're probably looking at another 11 titles for Microsoft to announce and tease and drop trailers for, and just get us all excited and ready for this next, coming year for games, as well as maybe showing us the VR headset. So it's probably going to be a strong show from Microsoft. Now on to Ubisoft, who actually over the past few years have just been pretty reliable when it comes to E3, and they really tend to deliver. We've already got a guaranteed appearance from Ghost Recon, Breakpoint, if I remember correctly. But if anything, and the rumours are anything to go by, we're probably going to be looking at an announcement or a trailer for Watch Dogs 3. That's been a title that's been thrown around a lot recently, and one which everybody is pretty much praying for, a nice new entry into the Splinter Cell series. There has been a lot of talk about Assassin's Creed. To be honest, I'm not too sure how much I buy into that. I think at this moment in time, Ubisoft are working a lot on, there's Beyond Good and Evil as well. But again, I'm not actually expecting to see anything of that. Not at this point in any case. But hey, if they want to pleasantly surprise me and drop some more trailers and announce an Assassin's Creed and give me Beyond Good and Evil, Ubisoft, just go right ahead. And now on to Bethesda. Oh, where do I start? So if you'll remember rightly, last year we were introduced to Fallout 76, which was going to be perfection. It was a Fallout game that you could play online with your friends. It was going to be mint. It was going to be... it was just going to be the greatest thing of all time. And then we know what happened there. This, without a doubt, is an absolutely massive year for Bethesda at E3, and they really, really need to kind of come and impress. So what are we likely to see? Well, for starters, we've got Doom Eternal, and I'm imagining we're going to get some gameplay, and the rest from that. We're looking at some more Wolfenstein content as well, but I think I know the game that everybody's probably hoping we're going to get some news on. It's just about impossible these days to mention Bethesda and not think of Elder Scrolls. It has been a whole year since that announcement trailer hit, and I don't know about any of you, but I really need another fix. So Bethesda, please, please, please deliver us some more Elder Scrolls. Moving on to Square Enix. What can I say? Avengers Reassemble? Yep, Square Enix have confirmed that we will be seeing the Marvel Avengers game this year at E3, and I am really looking forward to seeing that. To be honest, I think that's one of those little titles that are kind of just flying under the radar now at the moment, but come the end of it all, and I don't really know how it's going to work out when it comes to their gameplay or anything like that. There's a lot of rumours kind of darting around about it being some sort of online co-op game. But either way, the more info they can give us, the better. I think come the end of E3, this could be one that's really talked about. Another big one for Square Enix, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Recently, there was a lot of rumours kind of darting around saying that they were sort of aiming for an early 2020 release. I don't really know if I buy that. This is one of those titles that Square Enix have really kept the cards close to the chest with. It kind of feels like I've watched the same trailers around about 300, 400, 500 times over, with some sneaky little hints of gameplay in there as well. But yeah, I'm all for some more. So although we're not going to be seeing EA this year at E3, it's probably worth a mention and giving them a shout, seeing as though they're doing their own event on Saturday the 8th of June, where they're going to be showcasing some of their material. Fans of the FIFA franchise, for instance, you'll get your first look at FIFA 20, with all of those brand new updates that are going to make it a brilliant game, where goalkeepers aren't broken, where it doesn't become a bicycle kick simulator. Yeah, you believe me. As well as this, we're going to get more information, I imagine, on Apex Legends Season 2 as well, so keep your eye out for that. There was a slight hint, and I think it's more chatter than anything else, that we were going to get a look into or an announcement for Dragon Age 4. Sadly, I just can't see that being the case. Activision are another company that won't be at E3 this year, but it's probably worth a mention because of the things that they're working on at the moment. We've got COD Modern Warfare, as well as Crash Team Racing Nitro Refueled as well, so I imagine we're going to see some more gameplay and some more information on those titles as well. And then we move on to Warner Brothers and CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077. that's enough said. On a personal note, Cyberpunk 2077 is definitely going to be my moment of E3. I can't wait. It feels like this is a game which has been in production for 300 years. At the same time, I can't even be mad, because this is coming from the guy CD Projekt Red, who provided us with a masterpiece in The Witcher 3. So if they're going to take the time with this one, by all means, produce something like that. I'm happy to wait. And bear in mind, everything that I've just mentioned is almost kind of like just a little bite as well. We might even see Capcom kind of fulfilling every Resident Evil player's wish and confirming that they are working on Resident Evil 3 Remake or Resident Evil 8 as well. 2K Games are also going to be showing off Borderlands 3, which is just a cult classic as well, Borderlands. So I can't wait to see some more gameplay, some anything to do with Borderlands, because it's just such a fun game. We've got Dying Light 2 as well, which is probably going to get its own spot. And on top of that as well, there has been a couple of rumours circulating about a new Darksiders game. How much is true behind that, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, all I know is it looks as though it's going to be a good E3, so I'm looking forward to it. With that being said, E3 is right around the corner, so if you like, let me know what you're looking forward to. Any games that you want to see announced, any rumours that you've heard yourselves. Yeah, drop a comment and we'll have a look into them. So I know this is a different kind of video, but yeah, if you've enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe for any future content as well. As I say, E3 is just around the corner, so hopefully we'll get some more material and I'll get some more games to play as well. Thanks for watching.